There we go. I think we're live. Yeah, microphone's working. Everything looks good. Let's check all the channels here real quick. Make sure everything's up and running. You know what I'm saying? Gotta say, do a little test here. Who do we have today? So we got the Twitters today. Welcome Twitter. We got YouTube, Kick, Rumble, and Twitch. And me. How you doing? Welcome to it, everybody. Today we're returning to an old favorite, one that's been heavily requested over and over again repeatedly by pretty much everyone. So this should be unanimous. To play Cold Waters again. Cold Waters is where we got our start, if you don't know. This was the first stream that I did under the branding of Jive Turkey. And it's really what started the whole, what eventually became Subbrief and a lecture series. A series that is now being used in universities. YouTube has made my lectures available in universities now. So thanks YouTube for doing that. And to all the university professors out there going over it, no matter what the school or class is, I appreciate you using my work because our small team here puts a lot of effort into each one of those videos. They're dense with information. And we have a library of over 200 videos now, 200 ships, classes of ships. Some of them are unique ships, quite a wide variety, but it all started here. This was day one. This game came out in 2017, and we played the game for about 3 years before we moved on to the Subbrief series. And today we're going to take a little step back in time and see how it holds up to today. In this game, if you don't know, you play the role of one submarine. You can do it in the year 68, 84, or the modern year 2000. We're going to go with the old classic 1984. And we're going to start the campaign here. What are we going to call this one? Let's call this 2025. Yeah, let's call it that. It's been a minute. Los Angeles class nuclear tech submarine. This was the subs that I was on my whole career, except for one. I had a missile boat tour. And then I went right back to the old 688s. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll stick with the 688 class today. I know it's kind of cut off on your screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. So we can shoot the torpedoes, the decoys. Yeah. All right, let's start. Let's click the go button. We're actually sailing the original Los Angeles 688. All right. Yeah, it usually randomly picks one. Oh, Ronnie. Oh, how we miss thee. What will Reaganism mean for foreign relations? Oh, I'm sure it's going to be great. Nothing bad could possibly happen. Uh-oh. What's this? Brezhnev's legacy, stagnation, and paranoia. Well, true. Uh-oh. Hey, that tank has a radar. Upgrades. Provoking the bear. Is Reagan pushing too hard? Sounds like Mrs. Reagan. Soviets down a civilian airliner. Oh, don't do that. All right, what's this? Hey, that's the SS-26 Stone. They're still using that today. Hey, if it works, it works, right? Yeah. Anyway, Pershing missiles. Oh, sorry. Apparently this is our copy of the SS-26 Stone. My bad. Pershing missiles deployed to West Germany. That looks like a freaking SS-26 to me. So that's what I'm calling it. The F-15. F-15 is a very interesting plane. We made the F-15 in response to the Foxbat. The Foxbat was made in response to intercept our YouTube planes and our bombers, strategic bombers. This is all back during the Cold War, 1950s, 1960s. When did the Foxbat come out? I think it was the 70s, maybe late 70s. And there was all this hype about how fast the Foxbat is. This is an airplane, by the way, Foxbat, Soviet era. And she's very fast and can fly very high too. Get up there and get those bombers, get the U-2 plane, spy plane. And we're like, oh man, we got to design something really quick. So they came up with the F-15. And then we also got our hands on a Su-25 Foxbat, or was it Su-31? Anyway. Or was that a MiG? Might have been a MiG-25, MiG-21. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters is that we managed to get one in, I think the Soviet era pilot flew it to Japan and landed the damn thing. We were like, what do we have here? And then we figured out it was a piece of crap. So we built the best damn plane in the world that had air dominance for decades, called the F-15 right here. Didn't need it. We were already decades ahead of our time. That thing still serves today. It's so good. Matter of fact, they just went back and made a new version called the F-15EX because it's so damn good. It's so damn good. So anyway, F-15. They're not remaking the Foxbat. Nope. Soviets threw a nuclear drill. Able Archer was real. Thought nuclear drill Able Archer was real. It's because they're silly. Silly Soviets. The Soviets attacked. War declared. Uh-oh. Not good. This is the story behind the game we're playing today. There we go. That's where we start. All right. So the balloon's gone up. War is kicked off in Europe. Good luck. We have 2 oceans. But then we got NATO. So I guess we got to do something. Soviet satellite photos show the enemy battle group armed to the teeth with cruise missiles. So we got to go get our hands on a Soviet battle group because they're preparing to go to sea from Murmansk. That's up in the Northern Fleet, Red Banner Fleet. So they're most highly trained sailors, better than Pacific sailors, come out of the Northern Fleet there. Locate and sink enemy cruise missile ships. Holy cow, they're throwing us in the deep end on mission 1. Holy smokes. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go against a fleet. Oh, man. Well, this might be a short stream. Hope I remember the buttons. All right, let me catch up on chat because we're about to get into it. James, thank you for the bits. Yeah, hello 2018, right? I know, yeah. This is a throwback. You guys can stop emailing me now, all right? Fine, I did it. Cold Waters is here. Jerks. All right, we're fully stocked, yeah, and all systems operational. Okay, anchors away, rearm and repair. Let's just take a... Oh, it's off screen. Son of a gun, you guys can't see it. How many do we have? Oh, you know what? If we're going to go up against cruisers, we should add some anti-ship cruise missiles. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, let's do... I'm going to take off a couple harpoon missiles, I think, if he's going to let me. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. And then I'm going to add a couple of anti-ship Tomahawks. Tomahawks have the bigger warhead. Okay. A couple Mosses, a couple Mark 48s. I think we're good to go. Sorry, you guys couldn't see that. I was off screen there. All right, so here we are. Brief labels menu. We've got a couple planes flying around. Now, they left Murmansk. That's up there where that red plane's flying. Uh-oh. Man, our 688 is slow. Okay, so we got 2 fleets over there. We're going to go get one of them. So you got Spitsbergen Island chain up there. And there's those undersea cables. That's what those blue marks are on this tail. Oh, what's this? Disappointed to hear the target was not intercepted. Man, I just left port. Okay, we failed. Oh, no. Listen, that wasn't my fault. You got to protect your own carrier, man. All right. Mission number 2. Let's not fail this one. Recent recon overflights show a large force of enemy landing ships. Yeah. We're going to sink us some Marines. Soviet Marines. Yeah, the bad guys. Bad weather persistent prevents airstrikes. Okay. Locate and sink enemy amphibious landing ships. So that's going to be in Norway somewhere. Let's probably go with... what city do you think they're going to go after? Probably the northern one, like Trondheim. Yeah, there they go. Narvik. That's the one I'm thinking of. Holy smokes, our submarine is slow. John says sonar daddy's back. Oh, God, that's too funny. Uh-oh. Intercept him. Why is my submarine so slow? What am I forgetting? I think I'm forgetting a button. Like, I can barely move on the map. Was it always this slow? How am I supposed to intercept anything if I can't intercept them? Go faster than them. All right, following the destruction, not since seen since World War II, the onslaught of invading Soviet army has proved too much. West Germany is now under communist control. Huh. All right, we're in shallow water. I'm not happy about it. All right, new sonar contact bearing 171. That was the direction that the fleet was in. Let's hope that we are good to go. XO report. So what's loaded in the tubes? So I'll tell you what we want. I'm doing my torpedo tube reload right now. How do you change that? All right. That's how you change. Hold on, I'm changing my torpedo tubes real quick. We're going to put a couple of anti-ship cruise missiles in tubes 2, 3, and 4. Primary tube 1 is going to be our Mark 48 ad cap. We're going to stay at 25,000 yards. There's a weak thermal layer at 213 feet with calm seas, causing a weak surface duct. I want to get, I want to track below this weak thermal layer if possible. Our best friend is going to be distance, and if we're in shallow water, we might be in for a rough time. Let's see what happens.
On sonar, new contact bearing 171.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
All right, we're going to slow down, put out the towed array, and see what happens.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 075. Designated Sierra.
Does this fit on the screen? It does. Okay.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 011.
All right, so we got multiple new contacts forward and aft. I think the threat axis is to the south. All right, so probable fishing. That would be a fishing area off to the east. This guy's in our baffles. We see him because we have a towed array. What I really need is a speed on Sierra 1. Oh, there's Sierra 2. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's take a look at our environment. All right, we're just above the layer. Let's get 3 minutes of track. Oh, Jesus. Hold on 1 second.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is cavitating.
If you're going to win this game, you need to stop watching a calculator, and I got both.
Con sonar, launch transient
Yep.
from Sierra 1.
Head flank cavitate.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 011.
Passing 200 feet. Con fire control, we've lost the wire. Passing 300
Reload that
feet.
tube.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra.
Passing 400 feet.
Total water depth's only 700 feet.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 157.
He's cavitating. He knows he's under attack. All right, there we have looks like 3 incoming torpedoes. That's our outgoing torpedo, I believe. It's hard to tell.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Good job.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
All right, so what we're doing is we're going to open datum on that launch point they had behind us. Right here. I'm going to prosecute Sierra 3.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
That's an alpha.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 092, designated Sierra 4.
Make turns for 15 knots. Make
Well,
turns for.
I believe our evasion was
5 knots.
successful. I'm going to get
Maneuvering
an
on.
initial sonar search in here. We're at 687 feet, about 50 feet above the bottom. Not the best place to do a sonar search, but we're going to let those torpedoes drive by. I really want to get a classification on CR3 right up here. Make sure he's not hostile. This might be a one-on-one, and if it is, we're going to take him out.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 088.
Okay, that's active sonar. Yeah, they're hostile as hell. Okay.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
All right, we're going to get up to periscope depth and conduct a attack. All right, so we're passing
600 feet.
600 feet, coming to 150 feet. Layer depth is 213 feet. We're going to be right above the layer. Got a lot of torpedoes in the water right now.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2, passing 500 feet.
I may stop at 210 feet, do a sonar search. Oh, he's right on top of us. Okay. Snapshot tube 1, bearing 018 on CR3.
221, aye sir.
Snapshot tube
Con
2.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Torpedo evasion, ahead flank.
Make turns for
Full rudder.
3 knots.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
CR3 was a victim
Con,
of
fire
his...
control, we've lost the wire.
Yep.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 151. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar, regained contact on
Damn, he
Sierra
sank fast.
1, bearing 1.
Passing 500 feet.
I'm very
Con
concerned about our own
sonar,
weapon at this
regained
point.
Contact on Sierra 4, bearing 1.
Trying to open a range to our own weapon.
7.
All right, we're going to come down to 700 feet. We're going to be right off the bottom. We're going to put the tow array in short stay,
no
reel
longer
that puppy in.
cavitating.
All right, we will have more incoming on that location. We'll mark it, and we're going to do a quick evasion there. Range gating. All right, we hit the wreck. Ran out of fuel. All right, right full rudder. Second weapon should run out of fuel here in a second.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 10.
That's 'cause they don't know.
Contact is in the baffles.
They have no idea.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing
Yeah,
1.
listen.
4, 2. Contact is in the baffles.
Should have joined the Air Force, boys. All right, Alpha's coming back. We're going to re-engage him. I can keep the
Con,
Alpha at
maneuvering,
distance. I'll
making
conduct a
turns
missile attack
for
on the Marine
3
transport units.
knots.
Torpedo coming in. Yeah, he's right behind us. Son of a gun. All right, the Alpha's faster than we are. We can't outrun him. We're gonna
knuckle formed.
We're gonna have to turn to engage. So I'm gonna come around to the right. Right now I'm buying time for the torpedo men to load tubes 1 and 2. If the
Make turns for 15 knots.
Yeah, I believe the Alpha is at high speed, so he can't hear a damn thing. All right, tube 1's about to be loaded. Let me get my calculator up because we're going to need this in just a second. Here we go. Okay, clear,
Con,
clear.
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Excellent. Let's get that tube
Con,
2
maneuvering,
loaded.
making turns
We'll
for
attack the
1,
Alpha.
5
I want to be in a
knots.
position to attack Sierra 2. So let's go ahead and get up to attack depth. The Alpha's below the layer. I'm going to go cross layer, meaning above the layer, and conduct a missile attack on the transport fleet. Wrong button. All right, let's go ahead and read some YouTube. Let's see. Bob says, yeah, Cold Waters, thanks. Says, it would be cool if the DLC for Sea Power brought back a bunch of cold water functionalities. Oh, yeah, John, I agree. You know, they're there in our Discord. You could always ask them about it. Hey, Steve Sutton's here. How's it going, Steve? He says, whales beware. Yeah, it is Wingman Wednesday, so.
Passing 400 feet.
400 feet. How fast are we going? 15 knots? Slow down here. Slow down 10
Make
knots.
turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Yeah, 5 knots is fine. Crossing the layer right now. So visually, to see the layer, that's what these little bubbles are.
Feet.
So these little bubbles are.
Passing 100 feet.
Coming right up to periscope depth. Okay, let's go navigation.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
5 knots. Periscope depth is shift P.
Make depth 4.
I have to relearn all the
5
keys
feet,
again. I
dive
forgot. All right, what is the Alpha's depth? He's doing 42 knots as expected. He's 24,000 yards away. His course is 021 down here to the south.
Dive at 4, 5 feet, dive high.
He's outside our torpedo range, which is excellent. All I want to do is a zoom zoom and a boom boom. So let's hit the radar.
Cons.
Raise the ESN.
Oh my
mast.
gosh, we're in a sub fight. Hello. We are in a submarine fight, boys. Victor 2 is about to have a bad day. All right, let's reload tube 4 with a torpedo. We'll hang out here and watch the shenanigans because I think we're about to get a victory. This little boy right here. I thought I was attacking a surface ship. That's why he's up here. He should be able to see below the layer. We'll find out together. That's a Victor 3 submarine right there, folks. Not a great boat. Oh no, we have low coffee alarm. No. We will be having a coffee break after this battle. How did I start a stream without coffee? What happened? Fail. I don't know if he doesn't hear the torpedo or what. It's supposed to be a weak layer.
Raise the radar mast.
I am going to ping that surface ship with a radar mast and see if I get a return. Sierra 2. We might be a 3-on-1 here. I think it is.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
What the hell did he hit? Or did he just run out of fuel? No, he range gated. He hit something.
Cons.
Lower the radar mast.
It's probably a whale. That tends to happen around here. Listen, folks. Sierra 2 is not a surface ship. All right, folks. We have got to figure this out. Let's make our depth 220 feet. Let's see if I can type in a depth here. I don't think I can. I can manually drive down there. It's not a big deal. Okay, I can type in
Make
250.
depth 250 feet, dive high.
You know what? Let's do cross layer. They're both below the layer.
Make depth 200
So I'm going to
Dive
shoot
by.
them. Active homing. Hold on a second. I'm setting my torpedoes up right now. Damn it. Let's figure this out, man. Okay, there we go. All right, so they're doing an active search. They have no idea where I'm at, which is awesome. Their range is, man, they're right at the edge of my torpedo range, so we do have to turn towards. So let's do a...
Come left 2-1-3-7, helm I. Come left 2-1-3-4, helm I.
So something you want to consider...
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Something you want to consider whenever you're setting up for your attack is how you're going to escape. They're doing an active sonar search, so I don't want to be detected by the active sonar, right? You want to keep a narrow angle perspective between yourself, what we're seeing here, and the active sonar bearing. So I'm going to turn towards, because I need to close, and I'm going to present a narrow aspect. I don't want to point them, because after you shoot, you have to evade. But both of these chuckleheads continue to go over the horizon. How far away is he? Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're actually both outside my torpedo range right now. So unless they turn around, we're going to lose contact here.
Come left 2-1-1-8, helm
I
I.
wonder what Sierra 3 was. Oh, we got an alpha. It was a 3-on-1, and we got this chucklehead. Wow,
Dive at 2008,
So-
dive I.
They gave us 2 alphas and a Victor
Con
3.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 1-0, 4, contact faded.
All right, so the Victor 3's gone over the horizon. The Alpha's going over the horizon. We do have an undersea Victory, so I'm going to go ahead and open datum and continue looking for the surface ship fleet. So we got 1 Alpha. That was not my current mission. I know. I'm trying to catch up to my current mission. How do you catch up to these chuckleheads? Ugh. Oh, no. Stay out of the shallow water. Wow, did they go all the way down to Bergen? These guys were ambitious. They're like, listen, we can drive all the way down Norway's coastline and invade the south like it's 1942. I don't know why they would want to do that, but that's what they did. Okay, so we have a new sonar contact bearing 329. Boy, that's behind us. All right. Strong thermal layer, outstanding. So here's what we're going to do. So I got to go take a coffee break. All right, we're going to start this mission in just a second. I do apologize. I started the stream without any coffee. We can't have that. So you guys go get your pads of paper and your stopwatches and your calculators, and we're going to figure this problem out. Okay, be right back. Don't go anywhere. we doing? How did we do? Man, I need a faster coffee maker. I'm there. I'm like pumping the damn pod trying to get coffee out of it. All right. Contact 329. We're heading south. Oh, no, we're not. We're heading north again. Okay, it's right off our bow. We're doing 10 knots. Strong thermal layer. I'm going to do that. Let's do, let's swap out some of these torpedoes. There we go. Let's close the 25,000 yards. Man, some battle stations.
Sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet, baby. Where's my layer at? Talk to me about...
Sonar, new contact bearing 293. Designated Sierra 2.
All right.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 3.
Definitely a fleet.
9. Designated Sierra 3.
Awesome.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 306.
Total raise deployed.
Sierra 4.
Layers at 186 feet. I'm going to come down to 200 feet.
Sonar, new contact bearing 3.
Excellent.
10. Designated Sierra 5. Con sonar, new contact bearing 3. 1.
Yeah. We got them, boys.
Sierra 6.
We got them. I'm going to get down here. I'm going to classify 'em.
200 feet.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 307. Designated Sierra 8.
So we don't need to classify every single one of them, but I want to get the ones on the fringes. Jesus, that's a huge fleet. Okay, let's start. Time to go to work. You guys can't see the sonar screen. I don't know how to bring the sonar screen up on your screen. I'm looking at sonar right now.
Con sonar, Sierra
Caution.
1 is classified as escort.
Yep. I got to figure out which one is the...
Con sonar,
okay, in the
Sierra
middle
7 is classified as merchant.
is where they have all the escorts, or all the Marines,
Con
and then a
sonar,
cannon.
Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Excellent. Okay, so now we know what we're going to do to attack. So can I attack from 2, 3, 7 feet? I'm not sure if it's going to let me launch from this depth. All right, so I'm going to conduct, so this is going to be a 4-tube attack. I'm going to do 2 torpedo tubes on Sierra 2 and on Sierra 1. I'm going to shoot the missiles right down the middle between them and see if we can get some easy surface kills. Okay. Enable range is going to be 6,000 yards. Shoot tube 1.
Tube 1, aye, sir.
Shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 2, aye, sir.
Okay, we can't launch from this depth. Let's come up. Okay, we have to be at 200 feet to launch the TASMs. We're going to come to 200 feet. It's possible that our launch was detected, even though we were below the layer.
Passing 200 feet.
All right. Firing point procedures missile on
Con
tube
sonar
4,
regained
Sierra
contact
7.
on
Counter
Sierra
fires in the
4,
water.
Bearing 304.
Shoot tube 3.
Con
Torpedo evasion, cut the wires.
make con sonar.
Post-launch
We are
tubes 1 through
cavitating.
4.
Con fire
Right full
control,
rudder.
we've lost the wire. Con fire control, we've lost the wire.
Passing 200 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 30.
Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Passing
Impact.
500 feet.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
Impact 2 hits.
Passing 600 feet.
Cash-ins down. And the cannon. We're loading 3 torpedoes and 1 anti-ship missile in our 4 tubes right now. We can read some chat. shoot. Right full rudder. Decoy out. That's not good. So she goes. We got open range.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Excellent. Good job, torpedo room.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
That is a helicopter. That's the wash from it. It's dropping torpedoes behind us. This is the second one. Are there 2 helicopters? There's probably 2 helicopters, one from each ship. It's about to get busy. So our decoy attracted the attention of this first one. Okay, another torpedo probably. Yeah, so that's a helicopter because that's staying. Whenever a splash happens, it looks a lot like a helicopter. So there's at least 4 torpedoes there. All on our baffles. Helicopter's repositioning right now.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
So what we're going to do is we're going to open up to about 6,000 yards from the point of launch. So how are we going to do that? So 30 knots. It's about 6 minutes. It's already been a minute, so we'll call it 5 minutes. This is not a good course, but it's a good course to open datum. So we're going to stay on this course for 5 minutes. Hey, Snake, how's it going? Good to see you. Steve says, Captain Sonar, we lost Christmas lights. I know, right? Yeah. Listen, they detected our torpedo launch right away. So I had to move fast. So what they did is they shot a string of airdrop torpedoes along that bearing. A couple explosions off in the distance. There might be some friendly fire going on here.
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Or that could be our torpedoes just running out of fuel. Right now, that strong layer is really protecting us. That's why they can't hear us. Got another 3 minutes here. Just a flop. Yeah, we lost Bianca about a year and a half ago. Yeah, pretty sad. We have a new dog.
Regained contact.
His name's
on
Lucky.
Sierra 1, bearing 344.
Excellent. Let's reassess. So we're going to head 1/3.
Make turns for 10.
Whoop.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
All right, this is not the best place to do a sonar
Con,
search.
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
I'm only doing this because we're already here.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 311.
So we're about 8,000 yards away
Con
from
sonar
where they're
regained
searching.
Contact on Sierra 3, bearing 341.
As long as we stay above the or below the layer, rather, the helicopters should not see us. If we stay outside 8,000 yards. So we do want to turn towards the contact. I believe all the alligators are hauling butt now. They lost 2 of their escorts. They're not happy. This torpedo is tracking something.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5
Where's he at?
knots.
He's coming in from somewhere. There he is. All right, this guy's going to get blown up a second time. Okay. So there's still 2 warships out there and then the alligator.
Con sonar on Sierra 4, bearing 3,
Sierra
1,
4.
8.
This is a warship coming in on us. I want to do a covert launch on him. 19,000 yards. Head 2/3.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 1.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive aye.
All right, we're gonna do what's the active on that on Sierra 4? We actually don't have him right now, so he might be really far away. Now we're a little bit broadside to this active. I'm not happy about that, but I'm trying to maintain distance without putting him in the baffles. Sierra 3 is on the edge of the baffles. Sierra 4 is my concern. One thing this game never tells you is what is the frequency of the active. And that matters a lot. All right, so we're at 340 feet, coming to 200 feet. Total ray's out. This is going to be a total ray search below the layer. Staying below the layer because of the helicopters. Head 1/3.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
So here you got a really good view of what the layer looks like in this video game. It's all these little white dots here. It's creating a three-dimensional plane for us visually. And you want your entire submarine below it. So this plane is at 186 feet.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing.
Oh, wow.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for
Okay, so Sierra,
5
let's classify him.
knots.
That might be-
Sonar Sierra
that might be an
8 is
alligator.
classified as merchant.
Now, why would he be coming right for us? That's not an alligator. Alligators don't have active.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 320.
That alligator just pinged. Alligators don't do that. Wow. Okay, I don't know what he is, but I'm gonna shoot him. Okay. Come right through course 185.
185.
Head 2/3.
Make turns for 1.
I'm putting him at a
knots.
very narrow
Maneuvering aye.
aspect, as narrow as I can make it.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing
What?
352. Contact is in the baffles.
All right, that's not good. I turned too far.
Con helm. Steady course.
352. So we're gonna do 200. Let's go with 210.
Helm right to 210. Helm aye.
Speed is 10 knots, 200 feet, 210. Firing point procedures, tube 2, torpedo attack on Sierra 8, bearing 322, run to enable
Sonar regained
8,000
contact
yards.
on Sierra 3, bearing 353.
We steady on course? Nope, not yet.
Con helm. Steady course.
Shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
All right. So this is going to be a covert attack. This is the difference between what we just did. This is ideally, from a submarine perspective, what you want to do. We're at a great depth. We're hidden in what's called a shadow zone below the layer. Everybody above the layer with active sonar can't see us. The physics of sound bend every active transmission away from us at this specific depth, which is exactly why I came here. I'm going to go ahead and prep Tube 4. Tube 4 is another TASM, Tomahawk anti-ship missile. So I came to this course so we could regain Sierra 8. Sierra 8's not an alligator. It doesn't really match up with anything else, though. It's really weird. The sonar signature on Sierra 8's odd. There's definitely alligators out there. Those are the Marine troop transports. So I think I'm seeing multiple contacts on the bearing of Sierra 8, which is Sierra 7. Sierra 7 is probably the alligator I'm seeing on sonar. the warship that's going active on the
Con
same
sonar
bearing.
lost contact. Sierra 3. Last
I'm not
bearing,
seeing.
0, 0, 0. Contact is in the baffles.
All right, so if it's not an alligator, what can it be? I'm going to kind of go through the entire library here. I'm looking off to the side because my sonar library is off camera here. Apologize for that. I got to figure out how to move it onto camera. I'm
Con
not
sonar
sure
lost
how
contact.
I can do
Sierra
that.
7. Last bearing 3, 2, 8. Contact
Oh, it
faded.
could be a submarine. Okay. Well, we'll find out here in a second. CR8 could be a submarine. I don't know which one, but it might be a Type 6. Which would be like your, what is that, a Kula? I don't know, Sierra? Yeah, Type 6. Type 7's the Typhoon. All right, cool. So John Blower says, bring back World of Warship operations, PUBG, and DCS will be like 2018 all over again. Yeah. That's the starter pack. Yeah, we should have a starter pack on Steam of those 3 games. That'd be hilarious. Call it the Jive Turkey Pack. Yeah. All right, our torpedo's about to enable. I set it to enable passively, which means the sonar is going to not ping. Oh, shit. Enable.
Passing 200 feet.
No. Oh, my God. How do you tell it to enable? Oh, my gosh. The contact's right here. What's the command to enable the weapon manually? I don't know. Okay. Tell you what. I'm going to take a second look at the freaking manual here. For key controls, how do you tell the torpedo to enable? Hold on a second. Tactical map, center map, condition, signature, damage control, next contact recognition manual, dive controls, expand, waypoints, sensor. There we go. Activate torpedo 4. Okay. Alpha 4. Okay. I'm not sure what Alpha 4 means. Okay. So I'm going to let the torpedo do an active sonar search here in this vicinity.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8. Last bearing 3, 2, 3. Contact faded.
Okay. Trying to figure out how to steer the weapon. All right, let's figure that out next. Options. Controls. Steer torpedo. Oh, with the arrow keys. Okay. Easy enough. We drove past the contact. I got to turn CR2 back around. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's right there. Anyway, we'll see. You yell enable at it? Yeah, I guess, yeah. Hey, Vulcan Rider, how's it going? I don't have a mad cap. I have intentionally turned it back towards me because I believe I drove past the target. All right, fine. I'm going to do a step search. So step search is where you step the torpedo through different bearings, 90 degrees, 60 degrees off of each other, and let it do one ping like we just did. All right, whatever it was, I missed it, so that's fine. They still don't know where we're at, and I have a lot of weapons. So let's go ahead and do second torpedo. Actually, before we do that, there's another target in my baffles. I want to pull him out. So let's come, let's get a right 5-degree rudder on here. I'm trying not to cut the wire intentionally. So there's basically a very thin wire that's coming out of the torpedo tube right now over towards the torpedo that's running. That's why we can steer it around. Without that wire, you can't do any of that. But we did essentially miss, so that's not good. I'm hoping we get a regain here. We're passing 220 to the right. The target that I want to bring out of the baffles is CR3. So he's bearing to the north. So we got to come past 240. So I'll come to like 250 and see if we get a regain of CR3.
Con sonar regained contact.
See, that's CR4. That's the one that I thought we passed.
3.
Yeah, CR4 is danger close, man. So she goes. Firing point procedures on CR4. Bearing 346. Run to enable 4,000 yards. Let's reel that puppy in. There we go. Shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
This is a super dangerous shot. He's very close. I ran the second torpedo, or the first torpedo, past him. Big mistake. Not happy about that. I cannot miss with this one, or else we will be probably destroyed. So can't miss this shot. I am going to enable the torpedo manually just to make sure that I've the right key command. Let's go with CR4. Yeah, CR4 keeps showing up on sonar as a troop transport, but obviously it's not. Oh wow, could be a Noodleoy. That'd be bad. We don't want it to be a Noodleoy. That'd be real bad. So an Noodleoy is a submarine hunter. It's its primary mission, and it's really good at it. Has the best submarine sonar, or well, surface ship sonar looking for submarines, that the Red Navy or the Soviet Navy even built. They put that same sonar on the Kirov, on the Kuznetsov has it. They put a sonar system on an aircraft carrier. That's how off the chain the Soviets were back in the day. And they put it on the Udeloy. It's very high power, very low frequency, can penetrate the layer. You will have the opportunity for a shadow zone, but it's very narrow. So, and it's very good in shallow water. They kind of, one thing I'll have to say about the Soviet engineers, the scientists and the people that were designing the systems that were being employed on board submarines and ships back in the day were very well done. The math was strong. The nerds knew what they were doing in the Soviet Union when it came to missile technology and building the sonar systems. Now, what really hurt them was they didn't have good materials. And they didn't have good craftsmanship, as good as the NATO countries. So that really helped us. But as far as the brains go, they definitely knew how to do math. They understood what a beamformer was. They understood how physics of sound worked. And they took advantage of all those things. So I enabled this torpedo super duper early to make sure we get a hit on this guy. Looking for CR4. I think we're about to lose our torpedo too. This guy here, yeah, he's reaching the end of his fuel. It'll be interesting to find out what Sierra 4 actually was. So I'll just make a note of that. It may look like a troop transport when it's actually something else. It's very close on our sonar screen that's off to the right here to an Udaloy. This is why active frequency would be so important. He's making 34 knots. That's within the Udaloy's range. I'm going to call him an Udaloy and see what he says.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as escort.
Yeah. Let's see if we get any bonus points for that. Wow, he's very close. How's this torpedo not seeing him? Wait a second. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's really, really weird. Okay, let's turn this torpedo to the right. We're probably gonna lose the wire here. I think there's a ship right there. I'm waiting for the next active to come out. Okay. Left,
Con sonar lost contact.
10 degrees rudder.
Sierra 4, last bearing 358. Contact faded.
I don't want to lose this wire. I'm just investigating the splash here. I'm turning away from that incoming weapon. What's his range? 12,000 yards. He'll be here in... Well, let's just do it right here. So... Yeah, he'll be here in like a minute. We gotta go. Alright, let me correct course on this torpedo. We're about to lose wires here. I just wanted to investigate that launch. Alright, that's his final bearing. Alright, firing point procedures. See on missile, tube 4. Shoot bearing 024. We're going to go immediately to torpedo evasion.
Con sonar.
Torpedo evasion. Cut all wires. Post-launch tubes 3 and 4.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Left full rudder.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
See if we get a hit here with our missile.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Yay.
Passing 600 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Whoa, we're right at 600 feet here. Alright, so we regained CR3 because he's doing full evasion right now. That was way off on range.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
We're trying to open
Con
datum from
sonar
our launch
lost
point.
Contact. Sierra 3, last bearing.
Passing 600 feet.
Total water depth 700 feet. Oh man, we're broadside that active. That ain't good.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, that's not good either. I didn't want to do that. So a knuckle can reflect sonar for a few seconds anyway. Let's keep a 5-degree rudder on. I'm trying to minimize my angle, my perspective on that, Tim. So we definitely got an Udaloy out there, some kind of warship. This guy, he launched a torpedo. I don't know that he is a warship. He could be a submarine.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
All right, so we have a helicopter in our baffles.
Con, Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
That's about 10,000 yards away. I think we have a successful evasion here. I'm going to go ahead and slow down to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering
See if we can hear any more helicopters overhead.
Con, sonar.
Oh, shit.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 0,
Head
1,
flank.
2.
Good shot.
Passing 600 feet.
Con, sonar. We are cavitating.
Passing 500 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet. Passing 200 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 100 feet. Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
I think we did it. All right, good evasion. Just keep opening range. So this is 800 yards. 800. That's 700. No, he's right here. He's right there. That's him. I'll mark that. He's 7,000 yards away. Man, that 1,000 yard difference saved us. Boy, he had a good bearing on us.
Con, maneuvering.
That was a really good
making
shot.
turns for 3 knots.
All right, all tubes are ready, it looks like. I'm still not convinced that's a ship. It might be a submarine shooting at us. The problem with being where we're at is the helicopters can... The helicopters definitely have us now, for sure.
Con, sonar. Noisemaker. Bearing 3,
Hey,
5,
someone's
2.
evading our torpedo up there. I don't know who it is, but somebody to the north just dropped countermeasures. All right, how far are we? So I always want to open up like 5,000 yards from CPA here. So we're at 3,600 yards southwest of the closest point of approach of the counterfire. I'm going to make that, like I said,
Con,
5,000.
sonar, lost contact.
And then we'll
Sierra
reevaluate.
4, last bearing 3, 5, 1. Contact
I'd-
breaking up.
Oh, excellent. We did get a kill. We got the Udaloy. Our torpedo that we had steered around eventually caught up to that Udaloy. I think I don't have the classification right because it won't show me the contact. So this is probably not an Udaloy, but it is dead. Where's the... All right, what's the bearing on these actives? Wait, okay, so there's the torpedo still right there. He's probably just doing a circle. We are 5,000 yards away. Yeah, and he's running out of fuel. Excellent. Yeah, both torpedoes out of fuel. Let's get back below the layer, and then we're going to slow down and maneuver. I don't want to do it above the
Passing
layer.
100 feet.
Oh, shoot. They just dropped another weapon on us. That's not good.
Passing 200 feet.
Con, sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 0, 1, 4.
Passing 400 feet.
So we got to try and open range on this thing.
Passing 400 feet.
And get across the layer.
300 feet.
I dropped the noisemaker below the layer, therefore I'm going above the
Passing
layer.
200 feet.
Shit, that torpedo saw us.
Passing 100 feet.
Con, sonar. Regained contact on Sierra 3. Bearing 0, 1, 3.
Yeah, we left a little scar in the water there. All right, torpedoes on us.
Passing 100 feet.
Try and get below the layer before it requires
Con,
us.
sonar. Lost contact.
Passing 200 feet.
Shoot, it just required us.
Passing 300 feet.
Let's get back up again. we're gonna have to duck,
Passing
dodge,
300 feet.
dive, and dodge again.
Passing 200 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, here we go.
Passing 100 feet.
Here it comes. Playing chicken. This is fine. Full dive, right full rudder. Hello, full dive. There we go.
Passing 100 feet.
There was a delay there. I'm not sure why. Okay, we're good.
Passing 200 feet. Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet.
Keep that rudder on.
Passing 500 feet.
Oh, shit.
Flooding in the torpedo room.
Oh, no.
Con sonar, no longer cavity.
Hey, we evaded the torpedo. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, they got me. Shoot. My torpedo evasion was successful. Damn it. Oh, no. That stinks. I wonder who we got, though. I know it wasn't the Udaloy. All right. We got an abandoned ship here. Oh, it was a cash-in. It wasn't an Udaloy after all. Oh, my God. Damn it. Rip us. Nuclear sub sunk. Oh, look at that. I do miss these old graphics. I haven't seen these in ages. Ah, terrible. Ooh, look at that. That's a big old white mountain there. Iron Curtain draws over Europe. Yeah. Listen. It's fine. Listen. You're going to get free healthcare. It's going to be great. Yeah. That's how we're going to sell it to them. Be like, listen, you don't have to pay tax. You got free food, healthcare, bread lines. What's not to love? Okay. Let's do South China Sea. China. Let's go to China. Here we go. China. What are we doing? Seawolf. Yeah. Now that I know how to steer torpedoes and everything, I think we're going to be okay. As long as we don't hit the bottom again. Oh, that was dumb. All right. Straits of Crisis. Oh, calm down. I tell you, these newspapers, they're always talking about the sky falling. All right, whatever. What's next? Oh, no. Money go down. Markets red. Tiger economy collapse. Ooh, pretty. China on the offensive. And that's it. Okay. China's on the offensive. Are we at war? I probably should have read the whole thing. A convoy of supply ships is believed to be leaving Guangdao soon. We must intercept and destroy the convoy below before landing the additional ships. Sure. Okay. Locate and sink enemy freighters. Hey, I can sink a freighter. It's like World War II all over again. They don't shoot back. I like those. Yeah. All right. Let's repair and rearm. How many missiles do we have? We have 16 missiles. I think we're going to have enough missiles. Let's go. Where's my submarine at? There it is. Where the hell's Guangdao? Oh, it's up north. Let's go to Okinawa. Am I wrong on that? I think it is. I'm going to hang out right here in the East China Sea. See if we get any kind of satellite pickup on where they might be. I believe they're coming. There they are. That's a submarine, but it's close enough. Yeah. He ran into us. We were dead in the water doing 5 knots. He doesn't hear us. And it's a submarine. All right, so I want to have... Let's put a decoy in one. Let's put... come couple harpoons, a couple anti-ship missiles in the other one. Oh, we also have T-lamps. Nice, nice. There we go. Okay, I'm just setting up the torpedo room, loading torpedo tubes. So we're at depth, 50 feet. We're at periscope depth, heading to the east. It's a calm, rainy day. We have a new sonar contact to the southeast. Let's do that. Let's just stay at 25,000 yards.
137.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet. The Sea Wolf at ultra quiet, you ain't gonna hear it. She'll make no noise.
New contact bearing 154. Designated Sierra.
You might get an active
2.
return off of it, but you ain't gonna hear it passively. Nope. It's a quiet thing. Oh, that's pretty. This game still looks good after 8 years. This is an 8-year-old game, and it looks great. Oh yeah, look at the impeller we have here. So you got the stator and the rotor, and then the little turny squealy thing. It doesn't really look like that. It's more, you can't see through it. The vanes are too sharp. Pretty cool. Dual towed array operations. Yeah. Lots of torpedo tubes. This thing is designed to go out and kill fleets. Like, this thing is a monster. These panels here on the side, this is called the wide aperture array. The ones we have now are much more advanced and not nearly as big. This is the old school one. Yeah. Okay, so we got a contact down to the south, or east, southeast, I guess. I'm pointing the camera in the direction of the contact. He's down there somewhere. Actually, kind of there. Let's take a look at our environment. There's no layer, and it's deep water, all the way down to 1,900 feet. And our collapse depth, I think, is below 2,000 feet. So for us, deeper is better. So as we do our sonar search, our towed arrays are already deployed. We're going to start bringing on some water, going negatively buoyant here, and just start kind of sinking out slowly. Doing a very slow search here. So yeah, on that last mission, we did get 3 kills. But unfortunately, the 4th kill was ourselves. We ran into the bottom. Why make more Virginia than Seawolves? Well, the Virginia class was designed to be a little more economical. When they designed the Seawolf, when it was on paper, it was still the Cold War. It was the Reagan era. It was the 80s. And so cost was not a limiting factor. They wanted the best because we wanted to win the war if there ever was one. That's why they didn't make more Seawolves. So they immediately, well, before the 3rd one was even laid, they decided not to make a 4th and decided to make a more cost-effective but just as capable submarine, and that was the Virginia class. And Virginia class 1, block 1 is pretty good, and 2 is okay. But block 3 is really when Virginia came into its own. Block 3 is a hunter-killer submarine, just like this submarine is here. Block 4 is what we're building now. Block 4 is the Virginia-class submarine with an additional VLS module along its spine. I might have 2. Anyway. And then the plan is Block 5 will have 4. So you'll have, I think they kept the 1 up here, and then you'll have 1, 2 back here. It's a lot more VLS. Lots of missiles. And I don't know if they can. I think the Columbia, which is our new ballistic missile submarine, and I'm just guessing here, is going to be tall enough, deep enough, if you will, thick enough, for our new hypersonic, our common glide vehicle.
Feet.
So what we're doing a sonar search down to the southeast as we change depth. And if you notice, we're changing depth without changing the angle of the ship. All I did was bring on a little bit of water, and we're negatively buoyant right now, so we're very slowly coming down. Now, you got to be careful of that. Whenever you run that pump in this game, it makes noise. So bringing on water, taking off water, that's a noisy evolution. So you don't always want to do that.
Con sonar.
Oh, it's an alpha.
Is classified as submerged submarine.
He's a long ways away. Oh no, he's 4,000 yards away. Oh my gosh. Okay, so boy, he's gonna be so fast.
Come right to 135. Helm aye.
All right, let's go down 15. We want to get deep here. What's his depth? Is he doing a circle? Hold on a second. His depth is
Passing 300 feet.
300 feet. He's going deep. There's no way he heard us. That did not happen. We have a huge advantage here, but we're way too close.
Come right to 179 helm I.
He's slowed down for a sonar search. He's doing 10 knots. Alpha's still pretty blind at 10 knots. Let's prep tube 1. All right, he's going shallow again.
Passing 400 feet.
You can see that he's going shallow. We're going to go deep. I'm not sure what his plan is. He might just be doing a periscope depth excursion. Excursion. That's the word we're looking for. So he's probably going to go up, get radio traffic. He has no towed array. The cool thing about the Alpha, actually, let's keep going deep. The cool thing about the Alpha is when it goes to sea, it has no enlisted people on board. This is not exactly an unmanned submarine because it has people in it, but it's only the wardroom. It's only the officers. So you have the captain, the XO, the WEPs, the engineer, the communications officer, and then there's another one, navigator. So it's a watch team of like 6 people that operate right below the sail. They're in this little area here called the ops room. Everything else is automated. The torpedo room, completely automatic. You want to load a torpedo from stow 3 into tube 4, it does it. You hit the button in the ops room, and it unlocks the torpedo, puts it on the hoist, moves it over, rams it in the tube. It'll flood, equalize, open outer doors, all automatically. Very advanced. This is so far ahead of its time. It's wild. And the Soviets built this thing like in the 60s. They ended up building, I want to say 6 of these. And had they built more, that Cold War submarine-wise would have been very different. But, and then something that's a little bit dangerous here, the nuclear reactor operation, when it comes to bringing on, water, coolant, seawater, discharging overboard, all that stuff, that's all automatic too. Again, controlled by the engineer in the control room right here. So there's no reason whenever you're underway, to move outside the control room except to go down 1 level to where the living spaces are, where the galley is, the berthing rooms are, the COXO staterooms all down there. So they'll stay the entire time underway if they wanted to in this little box, this little 50-foot, this is a very small submarine, this little 50-foot box that's only like 30 feet high by 50 to 60 feet long. And that's just this area. Obviously the engine room and everything makes it even longer, but they don't have to go, unless there's a problem, anywhere else. Way ahead of its time. Crazy advanced. Now, obviously operating the nuclear reactor remotely like that in terms of pressurization, like when I say operating remotely, let's say you want to change speed from 5 knots to 40 knots. This thing can haul ass. So what are you doing normally? Well, normally you got a throttleman in the engine room bringing up steam. That's how the Americans do it, and how every other submarine in the world does it too. But in this case, the engineer that's responsible for speed is acting as the throttleman from the helm. So he rings up, ahead flank. The reactor calculates how much steam does it need to turn the screw to get to that speed as fast as possible. Does it all on its own. So, fantastic technology. Well done, Soviet engineers. You guys are brainiacs. Super smart people made this. The downside is everything that's automatic, which is the entire fucking submarine, very noisy. They didn't give a hoot about how noisy it was. Whenever this thing was put to sea, we couldn't believe how noisy it was. We're like, we don't even need to track this thing. Every time it goes to sea, we're going to be able to hear it from our port. You come into work, go down on the sub, turn on the sonar system, there she is, from Norfolk. That's how, it's crazy noisy. But why didn't they care? This thing could do over 40 knots, and for a brief period of time, when she was first commissioned, Hull 1, there was a window where the United States didn't have a weapon that could catch that, a torpedo that could catch that. We would have to drop torpedoes in a ring around it, so no matter where she drove, she was going towards a weapon. Yeah, and that's unrealistic. That ain't going to happen. So we quickly came up with the Mark 48 and was like, let's get a fast torpedo to catch this guy. And I wonder why they didn't make... They made at least 6. I don't know if they made more than 6 off the top of my head. But had they made a bunch of these, that would have been a very different submarine warfare. We're in his baffles, aren't we? We should shoot. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. Head 2/3.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering
His depth is 100 feet. He's not going to stay there.
Con maneuvering, making turns.
I'm going to shoot 1 torpedo deep, 1 torpedo shallow. Shoot 2 torpedoes at the Alpha. He's still doing 10 knots. We are in his baffles. Once we're steady on course, we're going to shoot. Are we steady on course?
Con, helm, steady course.
All right, fine point procedure. Sierra 1, the Alpha, bearing 096. Run to enable is going to be 5,600 yards. Fence is set, safety set. I'm going to shoot tubes 1 and 2. Tube 1 is shallow, tube is deep. Shoot tube 1.
Tube 1, aye sir.
Passing
Shoot
600
tube 2.
Shoot tube 2, aye sir.
Looks like we lost the wire on tube 1, maybe? No, we still have the wire. Excellent. The reason why I'm shooting shallow and deep is no matter what depth he evades at, he'll have a torpedo in his general direction. These torpedoes are in his baffles. And they're driving deeper. As long as he stays on this course, they will stay in his baffles. If he changes speeds, we'll enable him. I'm watching his speed right now on sonar. The speed is 10 knots. If it changes faster, we enable the weapons. Looks like he did come to periscope depth, by the way. I was right about that. He's up there getting the broadcast. So that's an additional problem for him. If it's a rough sea state, that can really mask a lot of sonar broadband noise. So there's a good chance he didn't hear our launch. He didn't react to our launch, so I think we're fine. James, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that. Just catching up on chats here. You missed the cold water streams? Yeah, well, you know, we're doing this one today. Oh yeah, I'm sinking out slowly. I'm doing that intentionally because I do want to go to a torpedo evasion when he counterfires. So I'm just trying to get as deep as possible. Oof. Ah. I'm setting the I'm pushing the enable range out even farther because he hasn't reacted yet.
Con sonar Sierra 2.
There we go.
Classified
Enable the weapon.
as merchant.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay. That's a pretty good counterfire.
Passing 800 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 090. Contact breaking up.
All right, I think we're good. All right, it's not going to let me go with those weapons nearby. So what we're going to do is we're just going to quietly walk away from the weapons here.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Automatic detection. Automation didn't save this Alpha. No, it didn't. Oh, yeah, I must mention the sonar system on the Alpha, because it was
Con
such a small submarine,
turns for
was a
20
very bad sonar.
knots.
It might have been the same one they had on the
Passing
November.
900 feet.
It was very bad. So it was also deaf. So it was basically just really fast. And the whole reason why they made it in the first place, make a fast submarine, is so it could race out from port down into the North Atlantic and intercept those resupply convoys coming from Norfolk to Germany or Norfolk to France. You know, because we had this whole, you know, idea of, it was called Reforger is the name of the strategy.
1,000 feet.
And that was reinforce Germany. We had 7 days. That was the goal. We want to reinforce Germany within 7 days. And so, you know, if you had a November, even a Victor, it would take close to 7 days
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
just to get south of the GI-UK gap, right? Maybe 4 days, but still, you didn't have a lot of time to intercept that American convoy. If you had the Alpha, you could get down there in like 3 days, just hauling ass. It's kind of probably why they didn't care too much about it being noisy, because again, it was so fast. It was like, who cares if they hear us? We're just going to go up there, you know, shoot torpedoes everywhere, and come right back to port and reload again. You know, we have a very good subbrief on it. The audio is kind of old, so it's not as good as today's audio is, modern subbriefs. So you have to forgive me on that. I thought about going back and re-recording some of those older subbriefs. Some of the popular ones like Akula, Victor 3, and the Alpha. Those are very popular ones. And I have much better equipment now, so I can make it sound better.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
All right, and we're masking ourselves underneath this merchant here. The torpedoes already missed us. We're waiting on them to drive by. Do we have any missiles? Oh, the Alpha. Oh, you know what? It could launch. Oh boy, it had 53 centimeter torpedo tubes. So they did have the rocket torpedo, but I don't think the Alpha launched that one. Trying to think. I don't know. That's a great question. Off the top of my head, I don't know if Alpha could shoot missiles. Oh, you have to ask Google that one. We're waiting on range dump, and once range gets outside, I think it's 20,000 yards, we'll be able to end the mission. Where's our boy at? Where's our decoy at? There he is. We go right under him. I'll have to write him a little thank you letter when we get back to port. We're like, hey, thanks for helping us out there, buddy. Masking our withdrawal from the area. So something the game doesn't simulate, but what would be happening right now, assuming that he was at periscope depth when he detected the torpedoes, he would have burst transmitted, you know, under attack in his position, encrypted to command, and they would be getting Bear Foxtrots out on top of us. Bear Foxtrot. The Tu-95 Bear, the submarine hunter. Now, where are we in the world? Oh, we're off the coast of Norway.
Regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 300.
Still weapons nearby. Interesting. There they go. They ran out of fuel. Now we can end the mission. We sank the Alpha, and we spent 2 ad caps doing it. I'm okay with spending 2 ad caps on an Alpha. Ooh, we have a lot of... They're all coming down here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're fighting the Chinese the whole time. I was talking about Russia. Oh, my God. Talk about bias, right? Back in my day, we used to fight the Russians. Now we fight the Chinese. And the Venezuelans, apparently. I'm getting ahead of myself on Venezuela. It hasn't happened yet, but you guys pay attention. It's about to happen. Yeah. I was kind of thinking it might happen during the stream, but maybe not. You never know. All right, we have new contact bearing 122. What? It's the wrong direction. They're coming from the other way, game. Strong thermal layer, 166 feet. Start me there. It's starting me at periscope depth again. We spent a lot of time at PD. What's up with that?
On sonar, new contact bearing 122.
Right.
Designated Sierra
122.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 08.
Let's figure out who he is.
Sierra 2.
Oh, wow.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 181. Designated Sierra 3.
That's a Romeo.
Con sonar new
That is a
contact
very
bearing
old school submarine.
329, designated Sierra 4.
Classifying the contacts real quick. That's a merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
This Romeo is not a threat. We still have to sink it, but it's not a threat.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is
Now Sierra
classified
4
as
is where the
merchant.
threat axis is from. This might be a warship. Let's see what this is. Or submarine. Forgive me for looking off screen. I'm looking at the sonar system.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
All right, so we got one Romeo. So how do you prosecute an old Romeo? Well, you draw, once you have his position fixed, you draw a little circle around it. You don't go in it. You put a weapon in that circle, and there's nothing you can do about it. What's really important here, and this is funny because it's Wednesday, is that there's lots of interfering contacts. If we lose the wire on this attack, there's almost 100% chance we sink a merchant. Yeah, so I'm gonna do my best to not let that happen, but I don't know, I don't know. We all know how Wednesdays go. All right, so this Romeo, what's his depth? Is he a PD? We don't know yet. We don't have enough of a solution on him. He is 18,000 yards away though. So, oh, wait a second. His range just came into like 7,000 yards. He's super duper close. Let's not cross this layer yet.
Passing 100 feet.
Oh, crap. Okay, the layer's at 160 feet. We're right above the layer. So he's below the layer. We're above the layer. Anytime you're cross layer, we're in the shadow zone. He can't see us. Sonar just updated the range from 18,000 yards to like 6,000 yards. So we don't want that. We want to open range on him. What's his speed? He's only doing 5 knots. We're both doing 5 knots. I'm not going to take him through the baffles. What I am going to do is I'm going to put on a hard rudder, which is hard to do at 5 knots. But so what you'll want to do is you'll put this rudder on, but tell the helm, or the throttleman really via the helm, to maintain 5 knots. Because if you're doing 5 knots, you put a rudder on like this, it's gonna act like an anchor. It's gonna stop the ship, the sub. Okay. Yeah, he's close. Holy smokes, he's close. So what I'm turning to get into his baffles. I could shoot him right now. He would shoot back, and that would be unnecessary. We don't need that. I don't need that drama in my life. Oh, there he is. He's right there. So I'm going to get into what's called a lag line of sight. That's where we're kind of going opposite directions. And I'm going to get in behind him and shoot him. War crime time? No. Matty D, you're too excited for that. Yeah. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Yeah. It's a fun game. It's been a long time, so maybe we can do a couple of these. I should put a poll up. What YouTube channel do you want this on? Like right now we're streaming on the Sonar and Steel channel, but historically we've always put these videos on the Jive Turkey channel. So you guys have to come up with an idea. I could maybe stream it on one channel like we're doing, and then put the edited episodes up on the other channel. Maybe something like that. That way they're on both. Just one's unedited, one's edited. Like when I had to go get coffee. I'm not going to leave that in, you know. Be like, there's just a chair here. What's going on? Is he speeding up? No, he's still doing 5 knots. All right, so this is a lag line of sight. You see where he is and where we are? And his bow's going one way and our bow's going the other. That's a lag line of sight. So this is a lag line of sight's how you want to evade. So if you can shoot from a lag line of sight, you're already on your evasion course. It makes evasion easy. We're also right above the layer. The layer's at 160 feet. We're sitting at 125 feet, and it's a strong layer. That means he's not going to hear our launch transients. I'm also going to get into his baffles before I launch. Wow, he's doing like a circle or something. Let's see what's going on here. So this Romeo, he's on his battery. He's going to counterfire on us. You know what? Let's do this. I don't want to get any closer to him.
Come left to 090, helm I.
So we're going to come up to this course 090, and I'm going to drive into his baffles, shoot, and keep on going. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's keeping that turn on. All right, head 2/3.
Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering I.
We're only going to use one torpedo on this
Maneuvering,
truckload.
Making turns for 10 knots. Con,
Right.
helm, steady course.
I'm not sure what he has in mind. His orders might be to operate in a very small box, so he's just kind of like idling in it, possibly. He doesn't have a tow array either, which is why he would want to continuously change course. So he's always clearing his baffles, looking behind him. He's at 5,000 yards. He's a little bit close. I kind of want him to open out a little bit, because he'll detect my shot within 1,000 yards, so right about here, and then he'll shoot back down that line of bearing. I don't want to be anywhere near that line of bearing whenever that happens. So I kind of want to shoot him at the 6,000 yard marker. He'll be out at 7,000 or 8,000 yards by the time the weapon gets to him. There he is over there. Okay. All right, here we go. He is steady on course now. Oh, this is a perfect shot. This is so good. Screenshot this. This is what you want to do. All right, so firing point procedures on Sierra 1, Tube 2, bearing 148, run to enables 100 yards. Solution set, ships ready, weapons ready. Shoot Tube 2.
Shoot Tube 2. Aye, sir.
We have the wire. I'm going to tell the weapon to enable passively. The weapon will stay above the layer until it enables, and then it will dip below the layer. And it will begin to passively search for a submarine. This layer that we're above right now is so strong, if it didn't go below the layer, whether it was active or passive, the torpedo would likely not see that submarine. That's why we're staying where we are, because whenever he counterfires, his torpedoes will likely not see us unless he gets very lucky. But notice already how we're driving off the bearing of the torpedo. The torpedo is going more and more to the right, and so is our target. That's because we're going this way, opposite directions. This is how you not die in submarine warfare. That's not how English works, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, there he is. He has no idea. He has no clue. So he's going to counterfire back down that. Oh, it looks like a smiley face. Oh my God.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 15.
Enable the weapon.
5.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Uh-oh. Our weapon dumb.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yay!
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 161. Contact breaking up.
Looks like a Ming with that crown on it. Hold on a second. No, that's a Romeo. Okay. Yeah, he's not having a good day. He didn't even counterfire. He wasn't ready at all. All right. Let's go and reload our torpedo tubes. Get ready for the next fight. Oh, here we can see our weapons. So we have 17 torpedoes remaining. I have 8 harpoons, 8 TASMs, and 8 land attack missiles, 4 mobile decoys. We're still looking for the ships. I'm going to sit right here and let them come down to me. No, I'm just picking them off. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Holy smokes. 762. Hey, thank you for the 762 super chat there. He says, Cold Waters Wednesday, is it Christmas? Yeah, you know, I mean, if we get a lot of, if you guys really want this, and I know you kind of do, maybe we should just start doing this one on Wednesdays. Is that fair? Can I promise that? Let's commit to this on Wednesdays. I never thought that I'd be playing this game again. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. All right, so I had a great idea while I was out there. I was like, you know what we need to do? I need to demonstrate an overt attack. We've shown you a covert attack, and we've shown a deliberate attack. Now I'm going to show an overt attack on this. And I'll tell you why I'm doing it now and not later. I think the 2 ships, or not 2 ships, there's 2 ships on the strategic map coming down at us. I think the one in front is a Vanguard. I think it's an escort. So the way the Chinese operate is they'll have 2 warships, and often with a fleet oiler or some kind of supply ship with them. Nowadays, because they've built a lot of fleet oilers, it's usually a fleet oiler. So I expect 2 warships. We're at periscope depth. They have no idea where we're at. All they know is that they've lost a submarine, probably 2. They lost an Alpha, and they just lost a Romeo. Now they're bringing these guys down here to figure out what the hell's going on, right? So we're starting at periscope depth. We're starting at launch depth, essentially, for our missiles. I can launch a deliberate attack, a surprise attack, an overt attack, where they're going to see me, and I'm not going to care because they're already dead. And I'm going to sink both of them, and we're going to evade whatever counterfire they may have. So, I'm just getting my weapons ready here. So what I intend to do, it's going to happen fast, I'm going to tell you first, is we're already at periscope depth. I'm going to light off the radar. We're going to get multiple contacts. I'm going to get 2 of those are going to be warships. I'm going to shoot 1 missile at each warship and 1 torpedo, if they're in the same line, down that line of bearing. I'm going to shoot 1 decoy down away from them. You know, so I'm going to take their bearing, where we are, and I'm going to shoot the decoy go in the opposite direction. Unless they're really, really far away. But I'm assuming that's not going to be the case. The range for that being far away is 9 to 10,000 yards. So we have to look at that range whenever we shoot our Tomahawks. I'm going to shoot 2 Tomahawk anti-ship missiles. If one of these hits, anything smaller than an aircraft carrier is going to go away. China builds very small, low-tonnage ships. They have a lot of them. That's okay. We build a lot of Tomahawks. They got people like me who know how to use them. All right, let's go.
On sonar, new contact bearing 3, 4, 3.
Give me my radar.
Sierra,
Firing point procedures,
1.
folks. Radar up.
Raise the radar mast.
Con sonar, new
Yep,
contact
give me a
bearing
classification on
3,
him.
1.
Oh, shit. Okay. What's his
Con
range?
Sonar Master 1 is classified as escort.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
What's his range? 26,000. Okay, they're not even a threat. However, I did shoot that one missile way too early.
Radar mast.
That merchant is doomed.
Make turns for.
Con Sonar, we are cavitating.
Let's go and reload our weapons.
Con Sonar lost contact. Master 1, last bearing 3, 4.
This merchant's going to get hit by a
Contact
missile for sure.
Passing 100 feet.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Con Sonar lost contact. Master 5, last
Passing 200
Yep.
feet.
He did.
Passing 300 feet.
Con Sonar lost contact.
Passing 400 feet.
Con Sonar no longer cavitating.
Okay,
Con
the
Sonar
Zhang
regained
Hu's toast.
contact on. Master.
Passing 600 feet.
Okay, all we have now is a
700
Luda.
feet.
We're going to mark this cross is where we fired. We want to be 5,000 yards from that
Passing 800 feet.
and as deep as possible.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
Stinks of that
Passing 1,100 feet. Con, torpedo room.
that merchant was right in line with our target.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Okay, cool. Cool beans. Your
Passing
poor quality
1,300
mass
feet.
malfunctioned. No. It was I saw that he was a merchant after I shot. There wasn't much I could do about it then. If it was a torpedo, I could steer the torpedo away from it. But I did not expect for the starting range to be 30,000 yards. That's a long ways. Like, this Luda doesn't have a weapon that can reach us.
Con maneuvering. Making
Which is
turns
why I didn't shoot the
for
countermeasure.
3, 5 knots.
I am going to shoot him with a harpoon, though. We want to be 5,000 yards from this before we go into our re-attack. There's a trawler near us, which is nice. We can use that to our advantage right here.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Yeah, so I just loaded some harpoons up. They're cheaper than Tomahawk, so I'm sure the Admiral appreciates us using that instead. Is it a fair kill? No. I shouldn't have sank that merchant. No, that's not good. Not supposed to do this. This is a mistake. But if there are no witnesses, is it really a crime? Oh, that's kind of cool. It said, "Poop the nose." Bonk. Yeah, the physics is kind of wonky in this game. Okay. So he's turned on his active sonar. Are we 5,000 yards away yet? Yes, we are. All right, let's head back up to the surface, and we're going to re-attack the Luda. We're going to do it properly this
Passing
time.
1,300 feet. Passing 1,200 feet.
The layer is at 232 feet. I want to come up to 200 feet,
Passing
just above the layer, and
1,100 feet.
conduct our attack.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Make turns for. Make turns for 1, 5. Make turns for 1, 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet.
Make
Okay.
turns for 5 knots.
We're up
Maneuvering
above the
I.
layer here. We're at 235 feet, coming to 160 feet. Slowing down to 5 knots.
Con sonar regained contact on. Master 4.
Let's go ahead and
bearing
reload tube 2 while we're at it.
9.
Now, we do have a torpedo out there. I'm curious if this thing will hit. So let's not attack until we know for
Passing
sure.
200 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on Master 1, bearing 355.
Oh, we do have a Sierra 6 out there too.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 3.
Let's see who Sierra 6 was.
Con maneuvering.
It might have been a
making
warship.
Turns for 5 knots.
It says merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
All right, so the Luda is still in line with our shot. Total rays out. We're at 5 knots above the layer. So let's come to periscope depth. Take a look. Oh, periscope depth. There we
Make
go.
depth 4, 5 feet. Dive high.
4 or 5 feet. I am kind of broadside to his active sonar, so
Con, torpedo room. Tube 2 ready.
let's
Come left 2.
let's come
Two,
left a little
two,
bit. Kind of
one,
put some
helm
offset
high.
on that. I'm not sure if this torpedo is enabled or not. I forget what range I put it at. All right, let's raise the scope and take a look.
Up scope.
What's his bearing?
Con, dive at 4, 5 feet. Dive high.
Yeah, he's way the hell out there. Our ESM detection is way below ratings. He doesn't see our periscope is my point. But we don't see him either.
Down scope.
All right, we're going to give this torpedo a
Con,
chance.
Helm, steady course.
See if it starts doing anything wicked. Like turning and searching. Let's put that ESM up so maybe we'll get a bearing on that.
Raise the radar mast.
Nope. Nope. 7. Is it 9?
Raise the ESM mast.
9 is the ESM mast. Okay, I'm learning. I'm still learning the buttons. Okay. Now this ESM mast should give us a bearing. It gave us a bearing to the trawler. That's pretty good.
Raise the radar mast.
Let's see how close the Luda is to this torpedo.
Lower the radar mast.
All right, the torpedo's not going to hit him.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Raise the radar mast.
Oh my God. Well,
Lower the ESM mast. Lower the radar mast.
all right, got to get faster at that. You know what? Because I'm outside his range, I'm not gonna evade. Unless he's got a helicopter, we're fine. And Luda don't have a helicopter. I don't know about the other ship. What was the other one? No, that one didn't have one either. These are like little destroyers. Frigates. Very, very small ships. Hello? Okay. I was like, lock on to target? He's right there.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 1, last bearing 352. Contact breaking up.
Exploded. Job done. All right, so that was the Vanguard in front of our target. Now we're going to sink the target. The target is that fleet that's coming south. Now, if they're smart, they'll stop coming south. We sank 2 submarines and their Vanguard escort. If they keep coming south, that's on them. They did that. I don't see them, so they... Uh-oh, I think that plane might have got us. I really don't want... Oh, they're down here. Son of a gun. Oh, no. We missed them. They went through the strait like a mad lad. Son of a gun. Oh, shoot. Are they down here maybe? Where'd they go? I don't know if we found... I have no idea who this is. All right. We were hauling butt. We might be detected. I don't know. Let's load all of our tubes. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to stay at 25,000 yards. Contact bearers 283. What course are we on? 213. They're off our starboard beam. We're doing 20 knots. First thing we're going to do is slow down. Let's go.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Somebody's right off our bow. And it's probably close, too, because we were hauling butt.
Con sonar new contact bearing 2.
Yep. We're going to have a lot of new contacts here.
Sierra 2.
Give me Sierra 1. We'll start working on him.
Con sonar new contact bearing 2, 2, 8. Designated Sierra 3.
Probably a merchant.
Con sonar new contact bearing 2, 3, 6. Designated Sierra 4.
Shit. Oh boy.
Come left to 170. Helm I.
What kind of ranges are we talking about here? Snapshot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Trying to get Sierra 1. Who the hell is he?
Passing 700 feet.
Merchant.
Con
Okay.
sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
All right, we lost the wire on that one. That's not good. That's a mad cap.
Passing 800 feet.
We really need to get CR2 out of the way. CR2 was way too close.
Passing 900 feet.
Total water depth is 1,900 feet. We got plenty of room.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Excellent, excellent. That's what we want to see. That weapon right there is the one.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified
Let's go
as
after Luda.
escort.
All right, so that loot is toast.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2.
Yep. This is
9,
a merchant
3.
up ahead of us.
Passing 1,000
Closing towards him.
feet.
Do you have aircraft overhead? We're going to get really
Con,
freaking
fire
deep.
control. Weapon acquired.
Yeah, weapons reacquired after the decoy was launched.
Con, torpedo room. Tube 2 ready.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to turn away from our own weapon. There's a
Con
chance this thing
sonar
comes back at us.
noisemaker bearing 2, 9, 5.
Yeah, dodging your own weapon is pretty difficult.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
All right, so this one's closing the Luda still. Let's go ahead and look at that. Where's my weapon at? Right here. There is the airplane, by the way, if you can see that.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 0, 0.
All right, so he's toast. Yeah, what we're going to do is, so the point of launch was right there. What we want to do is come down to here.
Come left to 098. Helm I.
Head 2/3.
Turns for 10.
Reload
knots.
tube 1.
Maneuvering I.
I'm going to kind of follow this
Con,
merchant for a little bit.
maneuvering, Making turns for 1.
This merchant and I are going to be best
0
friends for the next 10 minutes. We kind of get on his course, go in the same direction.
Come left to 103, helm aye.
We just want to get the hell away from this weapon. This weapon doesn't care who it kills. I don't have any control over it anymore. I'm hoping it gets Sierra 3. But we'll find out together if it does. This is a great time for me to... Yeah, Madcap. Yeah, you guys are using the emotes on Twitch. I like that.
Course.
Those were all made by John, by the way, if John's still here. John made those years ago. We still use them because they're good. Yeah, it's swim call for the Luda. That's right. That airplane's right overhead, but at this depth, it should not detect us. We will see what video game does. Video game might detect us. All right, so this weapon detected something. That's why it's doing a circle. It detected something that wasn't at the right depth.
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
So it had to change depth, and in order to do that without overrunning the target, it did a turnaround. This is the most deadly maneuver in this game. This is when your own weapon will turn around and detect you and go like, oh, there's an even juicier target. Now he's at the right depth. Deeper, shallower, we don't know, but he's now happy at the depth that he's at, and he's going after Sierra 3. There's a noisemaker. This might be a submarine. Now he's going into countermeasure homing. That's what that looks like. Someone said that was a fantastic question. Oh, can merchants hear sonars? Merchants don't have sonars.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 229.
So no. Merchants have navigation radars. Yeah, so that merchant had no idea that a torpedo was ever close to him, but he certainly does see the Luda on fire over there, for sure. Oh, this is called range gating.
Lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 231.
Yeah.
Contact breaking up.
That's right. It's what you get. The seas belong to us, bitch. Is that it? That's it. All right, let's leave combat. Hey, there they are. This might be our target. Okay, let's reload the torpedo room. We're at periscope depth. I'm going to leave them out 25,000 yards. I want to do that deliberate attack again. I want to try and do it better this time. I expect this to be the fleet. I expect this to be more than just 2 ships. I'm hoping. Okay, so what's the contact? Bearing 034 to the north, basically. Well, east. Northeast. We're headed south. We're southeast. Okay, so port side, 5 knots. Weak thermal layer at 89 feet. I think we can just pull this off. I think I'm just going to light off the radar again. They're going to see me. They're going to know right where I'm at. I'm going to see them. I'm going to know right where they're at. This time I'll check and make sure there's not a merchant in the way.
Sonar, new contact bearing.
Raise the ESM mast. Upscope. Raise the radar mast.
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
Downscope. Lower the ESM mast.
Shoot 2. Con sonar, master 1 is classified as escort.
Lower the radar mast.
Torpedo evasion.
Make turns for 3-5 knots.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I'm still outside their weapons range.
Passing 100 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact. Master 1, last bearing 032.
You're in the baffles?
Contact.
Passing 200 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact. Master 2, last.
Passing 300 feet.
Steady she goes.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Good decoy on that one.
Passing 500 feet. 600 feet.
So we hit one and missed one.
Passing 700 feet.
We're reloading tubes 3 and 4 right now.
800 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Using our baffles. Let's fix that.
Come left to 162.
I'm going to come left and bring him out of our baffles. I'm going to let him come into a torpedo range and then destroy him with one AdCap Mark 48, Mod 7, APB 5.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Now that silly airplane's still out there, and he can probably detect us. So let's go as deep as possible, because this will be a torpedo attack. He did launch a sonar buoy right behind us. What's the range? 3,000 yards. We might be detected. Let's get deep.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Make turns for 10 knots.
I'm
Maneuvering
going to try and stay
Passing
covert
1,200 feet.
during this evasion.
Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,400 feet.
We're going to open range to that sonar buoy that's right. There's a sonar buoy right behind us.
Passing 1,500 feet.
There's a chance that didn't pick us up.
Con sonar regained contact.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Okay. All right, we're going to stay at this speed and depth. We're doing 10 knots. We're at 1,500 feet, very deep. I can still kill the surface ship. I just want to do so in a way that doesn't...
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
That it doesn't get us shot by that airplane that's up there.
Con sonar regained contact on master 1 bearing 0.
His real
3,
range is right
0.
about there, 20,000 yards. Make sure I have a good classification on him.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Oh, come on. Just change the classification on me. I need to go back to it. It was Luda, I believe. Yep.
Con sonar master 1 is classified as escort.
I'm just waiting to see if that plane comes back and drops another sonar buoy or a weapon. If it dropped a weapon, that means it, it got us.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Keep going away from it.
Come left to 0.
I'm trying to slowly walk our way
9.
away from that sonar buoy. All right, Just Lop says merchants can't detect underwater targets because they have no sonar. However, I think they could possibly hear active sonar from another source if they're close enough. Oh, sure. Like if you're so close that your active sonar is penetrating the hull of the merchant and somebody was down below the waterline and like the engineering spaces, it's so noisy in the engineering spaces of a merchant ship, I would imagine, that they probably wouldn't hear it. But if they were maybe in the bow,
Sonar lost contact.
or
master 1
maybe halfway in
last
between those 2
bearing
points.
0, 2, 9. Contact faded.
All right, contact faded because he's so far away. So this is an interesting problem.
Come left to
It's possible
0,
that the
9,
Luda
0. Helm I.
won't engage. Yeah, let's just leave. The Luda hauled butt. He's like, nope. He noped out. All right. I am really hoping we find this chucklehead. I'm letting those planes fly over me because I want to fight. Is it Paracel Islands, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where would this fleet go? The fleet went from Qingdao all the way down south. I hope it didn't go to Hong Kong, because that's not going to help us. Reinforcing the Paracel Islands would make sense. Here comes the submarine. We'll take this guy out. Yeah, shoot, we missed him. Where did they end up going? Enemy resupplied where? It did. It went to Hong Kong. All right, we missed that one. All right, a wolf pack of enemy attack submarines. Yay! 200 miles southeast of Tokyo. That's a long ways away from where we're at. Holy smokes, we gotta go all the way back up there. We're in the South China Sea. Alright, fine. It's almost like we're fighting this war by ourselves, you know? Okay, that's fine. Okay, that submarine that's way the heck up there at the top is what we're supposed to go get. Alright, new sonar contact bearing 115. Probably a submarine. Let's close this to within 15,000 yards. And go to battle
Sonar
stations.
lost contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Whoa, we are in uber shallow water. Smoly moly. That right there is a career ender. Also called shoal water. That we almost lawn darted into like the Connecticut. Yikes.
Con sonar new contact bearing.
Yep, figures.
1,
Well, we're
7,
kind of screwed
designated
here.
Sierra 1.
We are in a bad situation.
Con sonar new contact bearing. 0.
Let's just hope to
2,
God Sierra
5,
1's not a
designated
submarine.
Sierra 2. Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. All right, I need a direction of motion on the Han. Which way is he going? I just need to know that. Well, we'll watch him for a few minutes here. Yeah, the current objective, Gray, is to go get that submarine south of Japan. We were down in the South China Sea, so we were repositioning to go get that. What I don't know is if I'm on a good course or not. I need to see which way the Han's going. So the Han's going that way. This is a good course. It's not a good place to be, though, because if we get shot, I got to go between these two islands. The Han's very close. He's like right here. Tube 1's prepped.
Come left 2.
I'm not going to change speed until I know for sure where he's at. Yeah, so he continues to go that way. This is kind of good. If he doesn't detect us, which he hasn't
Helm,
right
steady
now.
course.
And the Han is so loud. The Han, by the way, the Chinese call it the Long March. It's the same submarine, just we have two different names for it. It's so loud that we could hear him from Hawaii. Like, he's super duper loud. So just because we have him doesn't mean he's close. What I'm upset about is that we are right next to this island. Like, why in the world would we even come over here? So we're going to give sonar a couple minutes here. We've already got him classified. He's only making 5 knots. He's definitely doing a sonar search, but I love this. We're already in a lag line of sight. We're just at an acoustic disadvantage because of our position.
Sonar Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Already sped up. How the hell did he cavitate? He's doing 5 knots. Oh, wow. He's speeding up. Okay. Head 2/3.
Make turns for 1, 0.
What's his range?
Maneuvering eye.
8,000 yards is perfect. 5
Con
point procedure,
maneuvering,
Sierra 1.
Making turns for 1, 0 knots.
He's making 10 knots. We are in his baffles. All right. I intend on staying on this course and this speed after the shot. So we're going to shoot tube 1. Enable point's going to be 8,700 yards. And he won't know what hit him. Shoot tube 1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
If we do have to go to evasion, I plan on splitting these 2 atolls and getting behind this one. That's the plan. Han Solo, yeah, okay. Yeah, it is a Han Solo. Yeah. That's kind of funny. Look at chat, bringing the dad jokes into the chat. Yep. Yeah, we may need the floaties just because this is we're not in a good position, but we're going against a very easy target. The Han is no match for us. It's just unlucky where we find ourselves right now. Oh, we slowed back down again. I wonder if he heard our launch. I'm going to drive the torpedo deeper into the baffles just to be sure that he does not hear this torpedo. Oh God, his counterfire is going to be right on top of us. That sucks. Oof. I'm going to have the torpedo do a passive homing on this. I'm going to hope that he doesn't shoot back. Yeah, if he's not ready to shoot, he may just drop a decoy like the Romeo did. He can counterfire for sure, yeah. Chat's asking. He sure can.
Con
But-
sonar, launch
Shit.
transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. Torpedo evasion, let's go.
Make turns for
Fire the decoys.
5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Left full rudder.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
Han's
1.
dead.
Last bearing 1. Bore. Contact breaking up.
I'm just going to try and keep a little bit of daylight beneath the keel here. I wasn't generating enough bearing separation between my shot and the target. That was the problem with that one.
Passing 500 feet.
Those two torpedoes, if they don't go after our decoy, should go after, should just plow into the side of this island. Something I'm trying to avoid doing myself. So there's the Han sinking. There's the two counterfires. There's our decoy. Our decoy's already so far away that it may not matter. Oh, crap. This one might be a problem. Shoot. All right, this one picked up on the decoy.
Con, torpedo room, tube 7 ready.
We got to go. Man, we got to go.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 3.
Swim
5
faster,
knots.
Seawolf. I think we got away with this one. That was a lot closer than it needed to be. I should have been on a better evasion course, but the reason why I wasn't is this dumb island. Something I could have done was going up to 15 knots, but I would have risked losing the wire right away. And the reason why we got the kill as fast as we did is I maintained the wire. So I was able to get the weapon on target pretty quickly. Now, that one should run into the beach. That'll be interesting to see if that happens. Just make sure I'm not going to run into the beach myself. No, we're fine. That's a torpedo right there. This one went after the
Torpedo
decoy.
room, tube 1 ready.
We're completely reloaded now. Doggy paddle engaged. Yeah, trying to move. A real torpedo should never hit a beach, but torpedoes malfunction, so that's what we'll call this. Is a malfunction if it hits the beach. It's also a Timu torpedo, so you get what you pay for. You know, I'm assuming that has a beach. Oh, there's no landmass. Okay. So that torpedo could go right across the top. Oops. Hello. It sure did. Look at this. That's us right there, folks. This is called a... God, it's not even an atoll, is it? Is an atoll the one that's submerged for part of the time? I forget. There's rules on what an atoll and a shoal is, and yeah, so we're fine. All we gotta do is wait these out. Once they get outside 15,000 yards, this is our little noise maker. That's the guy I think catching up to us, up to the noise maker. So he doesn't see us. All right, so this guy got a sniff of the decoy, and then by the time he got down to the decoy's depth, he had lost range. He had lost contact. And you would think that would hit the ground there, but it doesn't. Yeah.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2.
Ooh,
bearing
hold
3,
on.
1, 5.
Is it possible we have two contacts here? Hello.
Make turns.
Oh, it's a merchant
5
ship.
knots. Maneuvering eye.
Okay, yeah, there's no more submarines. All right. Well, we're absolutely wrecking the Chinese fleet. As expected. That's our mission right there. I'm just trying to get to him. Oh no, he's running away. Try and catch up to him. Oh no. That's the top of the map. Oh no. Well. Oh, that's too bad. I think we missed him. Yeah. I mean, that's a big ask to ask us to go from the South China Sea to south of Tokyo. Oh no. Now what happened? Spratley's under attack. I was there defending the Spratleys. You told me to leave. Damn it. Oh my gosh. All right. Back to the south, boys. I'm trying to win this war by myself. All right. Submarine contact. Plenty is. Let's close to 15,000 yards. He bears 110. Fight.
On sonar lost.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Just don't start me next to an island, please. Okay. We're good. Let's check our conditions.
Sonar new contact bearing 102. Designated Sierra 1.
All right, layers at 110 feet.
Sonar new contact bearing 169. Designated Sierra 2.
Trying to classify these guys on sonar real quick. Could be a merchant. Yeah, looks like a merchant to me.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant. Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
All right, let's go to periscope depth and verify those classifications because I'm not hanging my hat on them.
Make depth 4, 5, 8, dive high.
Let's go and get tube 1 ready. That's traditional Chinese homeland because it's been there since ancient times. Yeah. You don't see the UI for sonar? No. On my screen, it's off that direction. I don't know how to pull it up. Can I move it? I want to like click and drag my sonar screen, but I can't. Yeah. I've got one of those wide monitors and half of what I can see is off the broadcast. I wonder how, you know what I could do? I have some ideas. I'll have to set up OBS to broadcast that screen specifically. Maybe I'll plan on doing that for next week. I'll set up OBS to play this game. If we're going to do this every Wednesday, I'll make sure you guys can see the dumb screens. Hello. Okay. Shoot that
Con
motherfucker.
sonar Sierra 2.
Snapshot.
Make con
Torpedo
sonar,
evasion.
We are cavitating.
Yep. Torpedo evasion.
Passing 300 feet.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Yep.
Passing 300 feet.
It's
Con
actually good.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 700 feet.
Water depth's 1,900 feet.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Damn, that shot's a good one.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 103.
Passing
we might-
1,100
We
feet.
might be cooked. That second shot's right on me.
Passing 1,200 feet.
I'm just going to get deep and hope for the best.
Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,500 feet.
All right. Damn it. I'm wor-
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
I'm really worried about that
Sonar,
torpedo.
Noisemaker bearing 104.
All right, he ran right by my noisemaker. I'm going to run back to it. Oh, no, he sees the noisemaker. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, good.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, that was a mistake. I'm going to run back to my noisemaker. Try to mask my own signature behind it. It's
Con
right there.
maneuvering, making turns for 3-5 knots.
The only thing that's saving us right now is our depth. I'm trying to split the weapons. That one's really close, but we're so close to it that I don't think it can see us.
Con, knuckle formed.
So I'm going to get in its baffles.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 076.
Yeah, obviously Sierra One's not a merchant.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
This might be an alpha. I'll stop.
Make turns for 0
Oh, he's
knots.
dead.
Maneuvering eye.
Yeah, it's an alpha. That torpedo there looks like it's going to get him. Maybe? Maybe not.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Yeah, let's just not be anywhere near our own
Make
weapons.
turns for 3-5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
All right, so that one should... Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. No, no, no.
Come right
Oh.
to 237.
There's a chance this
Helm
weapon
aye.
comes at us. All right, cool.
Come left to 22.
I'm trying to be very careful
Helm
not
aye.
to get within range of our own weapon, which can see much farther than their weapon can.
Con helm.
But their
steady
weapon's
course.
right there. I don't want to drive in front of it.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah. Sonar was way wrong on that one. All right, good times. How far away are they? Yeah, we got to get these outside like 15,000 yards or something stupid. So let's just head south.
Come left to 178. Helm aye.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3-5 knots.
All right, they ran out of weapon. What's its range? I think we're good. There's a merchant right ahead of us. There it is. Hey, buddy. All right. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it right there for this week. So that's our plan. We'll do this again next Wednesday, and I'll make sure I set up OBS that you guys can actually see the sonar whenever I start classifying contexts. Because I understand that can be very disorientating. You don't know what's going on. I'm not talking or looking at the camera. I'm looking off to the side. So I'll make sure I fix that. Yeah, fun game. Enjoyed it more than I expected I would today. I know you guys have been asking for it, so that's what we'll do. We'll play this a couple Wednesdays in a row, and if we get some good feedback on YouTube comments or whatever, we'll definitely keep doing this. So the way this is going to work is the live streams will be on Sonar and Steel. You can go back and watch the whole live stream if you want. I'll chop this up into shorter episodes, 10, 20, maybe 30 minutes, depending on the fight. And you guys can watch each individual fight if you want. That will be on the Jive Turkey YouTube page. That way you guys can watch, no matter which one you're subscribed to, you're going to see the same thing. One will be unedited, full stream. One will be just quick little fights. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Here's my thumbnail. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, it is a thumbnail. Oh, look at that. That's so good. That's so good.